please. Sorry for the wait. Number, please.
Okay, I'll connect you.
I'm not sure. No, you're the first one to... Yes, we'll let them know. Thank you. Number, please. Yes, we're notifying Highway Patrol. We'll relay any news to you. Thank you. Thank you. Number, please. Sorry for the wait. All right. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you. Goodbye. People are saying there's something in the sky.
It's 7:45. Write that down.
Can't you just record it?
Yeah, folks. It is 7:45 p.m. and we may have something that'll need some explaining here in Santa Fe. Oh, what?
There is something in the sky. We followed it from Colt.
That was a little short clip from the film The Vast of Night. Hello and welcome. My name is the Lazy Reviewer, and today we're going to be talking about The Vast of Night. Now, The Vast of Night is available on Amazon Prime, and it's the directorial debut of Andrew Patterson. And holy shit, what a debut! I mean, seriously, this is the type of debut that is going to go along the ranks of Christopher Nolan's following and Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs. I know. I think I may be a little bit overreacting and probably hyping this up, but this is a very great film for our debut. And for a first-time filmmaker, it's a pretty well made film. It tells a story about one night in the 1950s where a radio DJ played by incredible charisma by Jake Horowitz and a switchboard operator played by Sarah McCormick who come across a strange signal throughout their system that keeps interrupting their usual broadcast. So they decide to investigate the mysterious signal's origins, which leads them on an odyssey throughout the night trying to discover the truth no matter the costs. As I said before, this film is a stellar debut from Patterson, who made this film on a budget of $700,000 and this film was shot to 3 to 4 week tops. It's such a well-made film that it manages to capture the nostalgic vibes of the 50s throughout its enclosed setting. Throughout its well-written dialogue, it manages to capture the way people used to speak back in the day. And it manages to capture the perception of the way people view things back in the day too. There are 3 instances of it throughout the film. One of them is when the main character of Everett theorizes to Frey about the origins of the signal and says that the signal's origins might come from communists who are planning to invade America. There's this other instance in the film where they receive a call from a mysterious caller who begins to explain the origins of the mysterious signal and adds to the connection that there's lights in the sky. He adds that to enhance the mystery. And when he tells them that he can't, no matter how much he tries, he can't explain to people the situation, because despite the fact that people's natural skepticism over events such as this, people won't listen to him because he's black. And I don't know why, that part I found it really sad, and it didn't move me. I'm not gonna lie, it moved me. And I just didn't. It's amazing how much of a great performance that actor did. Besides the fact that we didn't see his physical presence, just with the tone of speaking and the dialogue, he conveys the emotions throughout the words, and it was very moving. And also very creepy. He can also tell a very creepy story. So another perception that I like about this film is a very small scene between Everett and Faye's character. They're talking about this segment in a magazine they like to read a lot, and are talking about their this vast technological improvements they're gonna be in the future, which for them was the 90s, and I found it to be a very funny scene in a way because it was like, oh, the 50s, they were so hopeful about how technologically advanced the 90s were going to be, and then the 90s came in, and none of that really happened. It was just normal. Yay. Anyway, so let's talk about the performances. Jake Horowitz as Everett. He's captivating, he's charismatic, and he's very funny too in the film. And he manages to capture the fast talking personality from the radio DJ personalities from back then. And he's a great counterpart for Sarah McCormick's Faith, Faith, who is a character who's very shy and anxious. And there's one scene that I love it very much because of its the chemistry between them was amazing. They're walking across the parking lot of where the basketball game is going on, and Faye and Everett have this recorder, and Everett convinced Faye to start interviewing people about small menial things, so she can get out of her comfort zone and learn how to perform an interview and learn how to ask the right questions. And that was a very well made scene. It manages to make the characters more human and relatable in a lot of ways. It felt it was made in a really natural pace. Now let's talk about the most well-known aspect of this film: the cinematography. Now the film's cinematography is brilliant and inventive. Let's start with the opening shot of the film. It's amazing. The camera is focused on this 50s television set. The camera is slowly zooming in on the television set, and the film's title appears. And it reminds me of something out of the Twilight Zone, because the camera continues to zoom in and lands and immerses itself into the atmosphere. And I think it was brilliant in a lot of ways. It manages to capture the film's tone, style, and the type of story it's about to tell. So the other scenes where the cinematography stands out, there's this scene where it takes it's a long take that takes about 9 to 10 minutes, where Faye's character is going back and forth trying to track down the mysterious origins of the signal. And what I love about that sequence is the fact that it's shot in such a claustrophobic take, and you feel as desperate, as anxious as Faye as she's trying to uncover the origins of the signal. And it's very stressful, very suspenseful, and the fact that it's caught in one single take, it makes it more amazing. And kind of reminds me of Michael Haneke's trademark launch shots, where the camera just stays there, the take just stays there, and you feel like it's eternal, and you're like driving yourself nuts, and saying like, okay, what's the point? We get it, and drives you nuts. And now let's talk about the most well-known shot of the film, which is so let's talk about the well-known shot of the film. According the shot is that it starts from the switchboard operating room, goes all the way across town, and ends up on the radio station. Now the story behind how they accomplished that shot is very interesting in its own. I heard it from a couple of reviewers, including Chris Stockman. So the story is that Andrew Patterson hired this 18-year-old with a go-kart and told him that he was going to put a camera in the front of the go-kart attached to it, and told him to drive from the switchboard operating room to across town to all the way to the radio station. Well, as the camera kept rolling, and that's the type of cinematography that's inventive, and it's inspiring. It reminds me of Dead Die point of view tracking shots from the original Evil Dead trilogy. That's how great the cinematography of that scene is. So that's the reason why I found the film's mystery to be so enthralling, because of the cinematography adds layers to it. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a huge fan of UFO and paranormal mysteries. I mean, most of the YouTube channels I'm subscribed to are about those type of things. And when I finished watching that film, I said, this is a mystery that felt so compelling as it was unraveling in real time in the 1950s, and felt like this was something I could imagine being talked about on those channels that I watch. That's how compelling the film's mystery is. Now, is the film any perfect? No. The film has a minor character decision near the end that I found kind of stupid. Some people will say I don't understand it, or that I just wanted to nitpick or anything, but to be honest, I just didn't like that character decision. I'm not gonna go into details because I'm not gonna spoil the movie for anyone. And another thing about this film that I found to be flawed. So the color palettes of the film are well made for most of the part, but sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, it can be very distracting because it's so dark I can't see the characters' facial expressions. And when it comes about this type of film that's character driven and dialogue driven, it's very important to have a focus on the characters' facial expressions so we can feel the emotions of the words they're saying. And that caught me off guard a couple of times throughout the film. So overall, I'm gonna give The Vast of Night an 8 out of 10. So anyway, that's all I have to say about the film. So if you like this video, click on the like video, and if you like this, if you want more content like this, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification sign. And that's it. My name is the Lazy Reviewer, and thanks for watching.